Welcome back to another video of our GHL 101 Likha workshop, where you learn to skip the click and do the trick. This is Kevin Ray, your IT specialist from OptoGrow, and we'll be talking about front end. In front end, we have several tools that we can use. We have sites which creates funnels, surveys, and forms. We can also create websites in there. But at the same time, we can also create our own templates for our emails and SMS. To do that, we can go to conversations, or we can go to marketing, or we can go straightly to settings. But for now, let's go to conversations. In conversations, you can see the snippets by navigating to the top bar, and you'll see snippets. Now, after going to snippets, as you can see, there are already existing snippets here. And to explain further, snippets are not strictly for emails only, since you can see there's a type here in the column, in the fourth column. Here at the fourth column, if we try to go to another page from this pagination, let's go to page 4, you'll see some of them are actually text, meaning it can be an SMS or an email. To start creating snippets, navigate to the blue button with the name New Snippet. Click that and you'll be given an option to choose between text or email. For now, let's proceed to doing email. After clicking that, we'll be given a pop-up where we can create our email snippet. Over here, we have the name, subject, and snippets body. The body is for the main email or the body of the email of what you want to write for the message for your lead or for the one who is receiving this email. For the name, it's just for your naming inside your sub account. It won't be read by the receiver or your lead. Rather, it only can read the subject. So let's name this for new client. Email 1. Now, I named this email new client email 1 just to showcase that this is the first email for the new client function. Now we have the subject. Let's say, welcome, dear client. Now, since we have the name and the subject, we can move on to the snippet body. In the body, we can just simply create a hi, welcome to our system, or welcome to our program. This simple snippet can create a very convenient template for you. If you have different templates or different kinds of sending of emails, you can choose by one template to another template inside a workflow can contain different templates. If you're trying to create multiple snippets, then you can create it here. But if you're using a single snippet for multiple workflows, then it's more convenient by using snippet, or you can also use email templates. Right now, you can see here, the snippet body has different tools inside. We have the undo and redo button. We have here insert emoji, custom values and trigger links, bold, italic, all of the usual things that we see in editing texts. We also have a format selected and format all document, embed link, and add an embedded image. You can also have here the different text sizes and line height, and lastly, the font. So let's say I want to have a link inside. You can click the embed link and then it will pop up a URL and then text display. Let's just let's just put here a website.com. And then the text display is click here to book. And then the action is create in a new window. And from here we can save this. And as you can see, we already have some text that a client or the receiver can read and a link button that where they can click. As for now, let's leave it as this, as long as we already have our own email snippet. Once you click save, make sure that if you have multiple emails, I really suggest that you create your own folder. Creating a folder always helps you to navigate faster if you're trying to go in and out from your project. So let's create here test project. So inside test project, we have to put inside new client. So let's go to all snippets. Let's type new, and hopefully it's already here. And then let's click the checkbox, and then you'll have here two new buttons beside the search bar: delete snippet or move the folder. In this case, we have to move this to another folder or to move it in a folder. And then let's select the folder by clicking the select folder dropdown. You can type the folder name. The folder name is test project. Click this folder and then save. Once that's done, then you already have your email inside a folder. Since in the third column, you can see in this table that the folder of email client email 1 is test project. You can also create a folder while in this position or in this pop-up by clicking add folder. If you click this, you'll add a folder and automatically or it will proceed to adding this email that you selected inside the folder that you just created. Now going back to the email snippet, to finalize everything that we have here, since everything here is very self-explanatory, if you hover your mouse, you can read the name of these buttons or their functionality. It can explain itself. We have here a code block. You can add some code inside if you have a specific HTML that you want to display inside. You can also add a block quote, which will display a different approach for your email. And you can format some selected text if you want to format this one. Like you have this first text as italic and you want to format this, just click this one. Yeah, of course. And we have here embed link, which we already did, and embed image. But embed image actually has a different approach than what we usually know. Embed image, you can add a URL here, or you can click embed image, and then it will open up your folder from your computer where you can add your image. You can also customize the size on how it should look inside, and then the height. You can have an alternative text if ever that image doesn't load. Sometimes an image doesn't load in an email if you don't have enough data or you don't have enough connection. You can read the text, but you can't see the photo. Then, if the photo doesn't load, then this will display whatever you put inside the alternative text. And then you'll have the image action link. If you want that image to be clickable, you can add a link here. And then, yeah, that's all. Lastly, we also have the custom values and triggers. Custom values are actually very helpful, but I'll be talking about this very soon. In custom values, we have account, appointment, attribution, calendar, contact, and more. But let's proceed with contact. If you click contact, you'll have some certain amount of custom values that you can choose from, but all of them are very essential and very useful. Like for example, you can click first name. If you click this, it will paste down a custom value. This custom value or custom key, as you can say, is the first name of the contact. So whether the contact is named Brian or James or Aliyah or whatever, if that's the name of the contact, then it will automatically get that contact's first name. I will explain this further on the topic of custom values and custom fields. And again, we'll be talking about front end. But instead of snippets, we'll be moving on to email templates. Now, on email templates, this is a different approach since it will look like you're creating a design or you're like on Canva. So again, navigate to marketing from the left sidebar and from the top sidebar after clicking marketing, go to emails. After going to emails, you'll be seeing three more options. Below the header of email marketing, there's statistics, campaigns, and templates. please navigate to templates. After clicking templates, you will see that there's a list of templates existing here. But if again your sub account is new, you'll be expecting nothing inside here. Regardless if you do have a new sub account, if you have implemented a template, then of course some of them already include some emails here. Now, moving forward, there's another button here, same again as blue buttons. We have here a plus new button. This button, you can go to blank template, or you can use an email marketing template, or you can use a create a template from an existing campaign, since we already have here a campaign as well. But if you want to integrate this email using AI, you can click build with AI or import email with AI. Now, in this video, we'll be moving forward in this blank template. So I'll be showing you how to start from scratch. So if you click blank template, this pop-up will show up. If you want a code editor or very complex design for your email, then yes, you can use coding. If you want more on design, you have a design editor, visual drag and drop editing, and then you have plain text editor. It's still like snippets, but it's very much plain. In this case, we'll be going to design editor. So hover on design editor and click select. Now, once you're inside your email template, you'll be transferred into an email template editor. It's very simple since you see that there's very small options here. Very few options that you can click. So right here off the bat, we have at the left side email AI. It has here, hi Kevin, how can I help you? I'm here to help you build amazing email templates. What would you like to do? This email integration will help you how to create or how to compose all of your ideas into one email that you want to generate. Now, in this video, of course, we'll be starting from scratch. We'll not be using this first. So we have here an email template. It's very plain, very blank. We have here a view this email in browser, and then we have a start from scratch. This view email in browser, it already has a link. If you click this, we have email view in browser. This is built in by GHL. Clicking on a text will give you an option to edit this text with these given options. These given options are almost the same as what we had on Snippets, but instead there are much more limited options here. We also have edit text with the edit background color and as well as the padding. If you want the padding to be much bigger, or like if you want to push the text to the right side, then you have to increase the padding from the left side. But yeah, these are all optionals. If you want a very complex approach on how you want to design your email, then this is where you want to go. And we have here visibility. If how can this email be visible? Which devices can it be visible? It says here on the check or the radio, we have all devices. We can also click on desktop only or mobile only. We also have conditional sending. Use conditional sending to personalize emails based on your contact's custom field data. If they have this, then yeah, it will be sent to them. So in this case, we'll be leaving this as is. Let's go back to edit and then let's talk about at the left side of this editor, we have switch AI layout, save the items, appearance, manage elements, email AI, and then add elements. If we click add elements, you have some few options, but still very generous of how you can edit your email template with these options. So right now we have two texts. If we add this, you can drag this text or element text to the body of your email, and then you'll have a new text that is displayed inside your email. We have this heading and your add the text your email. Add text to your email. We can also add an image, but this time it has a different approach, not the same as snippets. At the right side, we have here the image where you can edit this, adding the image. You can also use an image URL. You can also navigate down here to edit a lot more possible editing on your image. So it will be on your preference. But for now, let's leave this blank. And we also have button. If you want to add a button, you can also add it here. But if you're adding a button in your snippet, then you'll be using image and then adding a link in that image. So yeah, it's almost the same approach, but this one is much more convenient for those who are much more capable when using Canva because this is looking like a Canva. So moving forward, we have here logo. You can add a logo on top or which wherever you want it to be. So if you drag here logo, you already have this logo. If you already added a logo in your sub account, then of course it will display the logo that you have it to be displayed over here. And we can also add a footer. Adding a footer means you'll be having this copyright thing and your email address and some footer things that, of course, some farewell or you can unsubscribe on this list and manage your preference. And if you want to drag some text and um, manage their placement, you can click on this and then drag it upward. Oh, yeah, drag it upward. Make sure you're clicking this black outline with these dotted two lanes. So I want this to be the header, but I want the logo to be on top. And the logo can have a different sizing. I can delete this to make it automatic. And then I can decrease the width to size it up or size it down. So let's size it down to 400. Now it's looking more compact. Now we have a simple but a little messy email template. I'll let you have your fun and um, going through this email template. You can design your own. And if you want, you can also share your design to us if you're interested. And we're very much interested in seeing your progress. Now, we also have here manage elements. In manage elements, you can select a specific element by going through manage elements and clicking this drop down will give you some um, organization of the elements. So the organization is they're in one section, in one column, and there you go. You can see that they're in one column. So meaning you can also have a different section and a different column. But for now, yeah, let's stick to this. We have in appearance. In appearance, we have template. You can uh, you can change the background color to let's say black. So if you open this, then you'll have a black background. But let's switch it up to the default or let's have a different approach. Yeah, let's click this one. And then you can also change the body color here. If I want something a little bit darker, then you'll have this approach. But yeah, this is looking pretty. Let's stick to white. You can also design all of the buttons. So if you want all of the buttons to have the same color, you can have this and just don't touch the button color individually. We have here the divider, custom CSS, mobile formatting, and linking typography settings. Typography settings is where you can adjust the spacing for the header, for the paragraph, and the rest of the headers. The save items is actually the items that you've saved over here. As you can see, if you hover on an element, you have here a drag option, move upward. If you click this, it will move up to this template or down to this template. As you can see that the heading moved down when you click up and then it moved up when you click down on this image. Now, you can also copy this by clicking this copy icon. I know it's very small, but yeah, you can have it here. You can also click these two icons if you want it to display only on phones or only on desktop. If you click on this, then if you go on mobile mode, you won't be able to see this image. And as you can see that the image has changed its color. It grew darkened. It darkened its color. You click it back and then it should light up. But also you can change this to desktop. If you click this and then this element obviously won't not be visible on desktop mode. So to test this, you click this one and if you navigate here, um, wait, yeah, since you're in editor mode, you won't be able to see if whether it worked or not. So to test this, let's navigate to the top bar below the name of your template. So right now you still have a new template name. Let's change that later, but for now, we can see that we're at home where the editor is. We can also navigate to desktop and to mobile, meaning we can see the desktop view and the mobile view. Currently, this image that has no image at all, or the image placeholder, has to be not visible on desktop. So if we click on desktop mode, there you see it. You see that the email displayed here has no image. But if we go to mobile mode, the image is there. So yeah, let's try to return this by just clicking this part. Oh, yeah, there we go. So moving back to this saved item, sorry for a long sidetrack there. You can click on the save asset or save this asset or element to have the option if you want to edit another template. So you'll be needing to save this and move to another template. Moving to another template means you will be editing another template on your sub account. So once you save this, you can have the saved items as seen over here. Now that we have that covered, the last part in this tools that we have is Switch AI layout. So basically, it just changes the layout from left to right. Now, we've got that sorted out. We should navigate to the top right now, where we can see that there's a three dot button. Here we can test email, see version history, settings, and sync changes. So sync changes is for the changes that happen in syncing. The settings is basically for um, how this email should be sent, the from name, from email, subject, and the preview text. Because as you see, this is just the name of the template and this is the body. So if you're wondering where's the subject, here's the subject for your email. Now, if you want a from email, then this will be who will be sending the email after it's sent to a contact. Then it will be from email, meaning if I put my from email here, who will be receiving this? The contact. Who sent this? I did, because the from email is registered to me. Now, moving forward, we have here another option in this three dot button. We have see version history and test email. The see version history is checking up what are the other versions that we've already tried to edit. And then the test email is simply just sending this to a specific user or maybe even outside the contacts. So if you send their email, send their name, and then put the details here, send a test to, meaning this will be the receiver, the preview text and email subject, if you still don't have an email subject set up on the settings. And if you're curious, you can click on preview, but yeah, we already have the preview over here, but clicking preview is um, technically giving you another option, which is tablet. So we have desktop, tablet, and mobile. We can also preview the contact info. So if you click this, you'll have here preview as this one and then contact name. And yeah, if you go back here, you can also check on this contact. Clicking here will bring you to contacts. And then you'll see the details of the contact that was selected. You can also have this changed depending on what or where it should be sent. So yeah, this is the contact details of that contact. And that's all for your email templates. Make sure to save it. Thank you for watching.